Name's Allan Roberts, a local resident here in St. Augustine, raised Florida cracker cattle. In Florida, these cattle are known as Florida cracker. In Georgia, Mississippi, Alabama area, they call them piney woods cattle, but it's all the same cattle that come from the first cattle here with the founding of St. Augustine. I've got about 100 head of the females, mother cows, and we've had a lot of school groups here today, a lot of people from a lot of different places. And first thing most of the kids ask is, what's the bull's name? And he really don't have a name. So I said, you know, we need a name for him. Why don't y'all come up with some Spanish type names that would fit? I've had cattle most of my life, and got my first cracker cattle probably about in 1992. Bought 12 head of the Barnes strain. There's different strains of the cracker cattle. They were named after the families that had them and helped preserve them through the years. And they're real special cattle. They're different than the commercial cattle that we have in a lot of ways. They're easy keepers, they're hardy, they have some tolerance to flies and parasites, and they don't require the maintenance that commercial cattle require today. These cattle are smaller than the modern commercial cows. They don't grow as fast. But the meat is low fat. We recently slaughtered one for a fat content test, and we sent the sample to the USDA lab and also the University of Florida, and it showed a 2.8 fat content in the ground meat. And I think that's pretty low. You don't see that in Publix or anywhere else. So we think there's probably a future on the with these steers, Florida cracker steers, for low-fat meat. In the olden days, you know, they would make oxen out of them and for work, for plowing and pulling logs and things like that. But we've passed that up a long time ago.